Namaste. Welcome and greetings. I am Magick. It's gonna stop a virus. No. This
Got y'all listening now. Some witchcraft for that ass. Too late to turn away. Abracadabra and all that good shit. Yo. Hocus pocus, got you focused on my rhyme. Simply easy, now I'm eating couch potatoes, I recline. No, I'm joking as I'm toking power puffs at Pokeos. Till my town and villa filled with ganja smoke, you know the dope. Coming out my pipes, talking about the bones in my throat. With the mic, I'm casting curses every night, you know the scope. Got my spells handy. You may call it the phone, but when I'm done reciting, you'll give me the keys to the throne. Then I'll take my keys to go home. Didn't say I was done. While rush to end it all, it feels amazing to have won. I'm not planning to ball, but why not take the chance to stunt? No, I don't need it all. Can think but thing I don't want. Do I worship the sun? Or sold my soul for the tongue? Or death since I was young? Or got some voodoo done?
Namaste. Namastizzle. Peace. Many blessings. Greetings. What's up? Shalom. How you doing? How your mama doing? What's up, y'all? Magick here. Today is Thursday, the day of Jupiter, the day of prosperity and abundance. What's up, Ultra Instinct? How you doing, brother? What is the deal? It is a fantastic fucking hot ass day in Texas, 90 degrees. It is April, so this tells me that it's going to be a scorching hot summer here in Texas. Just like we had pretty much a long, cold winter, we're going to have a long, hot summer. Peace to my missus. Namaste. What's up? Peace, peace, Legacy Sigma. How are you doing, brother? What is the deal? Lot going on. We are out of Mercury retrograde now. Finally, like I was talking about the last live, but just keep in mind that this channel was all about magic and the use of it. But you know, always increase your brain power too. You know what I mean? Put some effort into increasing your brain capacity. You know, the biggest thing that I would suggest to people to do on a daily basis to help your brain power would be binaural beats. Okay. Increases energy, increases focus. And studies have shown that it actually grows your brain. You know, that's a good thing if you think about it. It grows your brain. Magic will work that much better if you actually understand the concepts behind it. All right. I mean, you can hear something and you can listen. What about understanding it, though? What about understanding the physics behind magic? Okay. The gods, or whatever you want to call them, left so many clues, so many hints, and gave us every tool that we need. Magic being, you know, my number one thing. But don't forget herbs, certain roots, supplements, which I was put on to a friend of mine in the West Indies. Okay, he put me on the supplements. Who else is it? 95? You barely feel it? How do you barely feel 95 degrees? Sheesh. I didn't know that's where you were at. Caribbean Grimoire, Divine Peace, brother. How are you? Okay, let me say shout out also to the woman who gave birth to me. Did I say it right? Gave birth? Yeah, the woman who gave birth to me. My mother's birthday is today. So happy birthday to her. May she have many more. I did see her earlier today, but I'm letting her enjoy, you know, her day. It's her day. Again, when I talk about increasing your brain power. Like I said, y'all know I'm big on mantras. I'm big on sigils. You know, all these things can help increase our brain capacity. More brain you have. Think about it. Yakub, the big head scientist. A lot of the people, the divine people, ancient people who are notable in history, notice they have big heads. I know that may sound silly, but just think about that. Huh. Okay. Shout out to my princess. She's here. She called me Pops. What's up, princess? So, first things first. Um, I'm gonna go straight into a clip today before I get back on to that subject. I was sent a clip, and it looks like I don't know. This might piss me off, but we're gonna watch it anyway. I'm gonna watch it with y'all. All right. I'm pretty sure this is gonna piss me off, but let's see what it's hitting for.
Give me her outfit. I don't have no clothes for her right now. I just bought those 2 outfits for her.
I have to wash that shit. I don't know where it's
Give
at
me
right
here.
now.
I'm washing with my hands.
Man, I just put some clothes in there, man.
JC, she don't have nothing.
So she don't have nothing at the house?
I just bought her them outfits, man. I don't have no money right
That's
now.
one outfit. You don't have nothing at the house?
No, I just bought them 2 outfits.
2 outfits at the house?
Everything else is small on her.
So she got 2 outfits? You got your hair done, nails done, all that shit. She got 2 outfits?
My nails not done. This is my real nails.
That makes sense, man. Got fucking all kind of shit over here.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, just like I said, it was gonna piss. Oh, good grief! The camera went out. Did y'all see that? Did it? What happened just now? Here we go. Hold on, y'all. Looks like the camera's gonna do that thing today. I'm still here. Give me a second. Y'all still with me? Look like it's gonna be a jerk today, y'all. Y'all gonna have to forgive me for this one. We good? Sorry about that. But were y'all able to see the clip? Peace, Bob, brother Bobby. What's the deal? Talking about increasing your brain power. But Azazel Bey made a bold statement one time, and he said that the easiest people, don't get mad at me, I'm just repeating what he said. The easiest people to be able to be mind controlled was black women and white people with red hair and green eyes. This is what he said. Now, take it how you want, take it, or let it go, but this is what he said. You can't tell me that the actions of leaving a baby, you can't tell me that there's anything normal about that. You know what I mean? There was nothing normal. Somebody say something, please. Say something in the chat. Were you able to see the clip? Was before my camera went out. Were y'all able to see it? Peace, Matt Howell. What's up? I remember seeing you before, but yeah, you saw it? Okay. All right. Cool. Can I play it again? I absolutely can. Absolutely, I can.
Please give me her outfit. I don't have no clothes for her right now. I just bought those 2 outfits for her.
I'm gonna have to wash that shit. I don't know where it's
Give
at
me
right
here. I wash it with my hands.
Man, I just put some clothes in there, man.
They see she don't have nothing.
So she don't have nothing at the house?
I just bought her them outfits, man. I don't have no money right
That's
now.
one outfit. You don't have nothing at the house?
No, I just bought them 2 outfits.
2 outfits at the house?
Everything else is small on her.
So she got 2 outfits? You got your hair done, nails done, all that shit. She got 2 outfits?
My nails are done. This is my real nails.
That makes sense, man. Got fucking all kind of shit over here.
Dora, pause. You're crazy. You can't tell me that that's normal behavior and somebody of a right mind is actually going to do something like that. You cannot tell me or convince me that the actions of these people who are doing these stuff these days is not mind control. You can't tell me that. How convenient is it that the black kid who stabbed the white and killed the white kid, how convenient, how coincidental is it that his name was Carmelo Anthony on the same day that Carmelo Anthony gets inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, on the exact same day? How, Sway? How? You know what I mean? Yeah, disgusting, wild, horrific, all of that. Was the guy, I don't know. I have no idea about this story. I was just sent to this today. Matter of fact, just a few minutes ago. You know what I mean? You can't convince me that, all this mind control is broadcast throughout the world, of course, to give us a negative image in the media. And just, that's crazy. There's nothing on earth that, I don't care how mad you are, that would, no parent who loves their child, anybody who's a parent, our children piss us off. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's anyone who can piss off any parent more than their child. Right, Princess? But there is nothing that can make you so mad that you would put their life in danger. You don't hurt anyone you love. You know, that baby's in a car seat. That's a baby. And she left her on the side of the road. I just lost as to what was going on because in the video, it looked like it was filmed in the middle of the city. That's what I mean. Again, how much can you trust this stuff? I get it, what you're saying, Legacy. I totally agree. But if that was a real thing, then, but they put all this out for mind control. You get what I'm saying? So increase your brain power. Once things don't hit you and get you all in your feelings and your emotions, you'd be surprised how much stronger your magic becomes. What the fuck she just did? The video says it all. Yeah, exactly. Didn't know that, but I knew there had to be a correlation. That name alone made it right. Exactly. Soon as I saw the name, I was like, you got to be serious. You can't be serious with this. Things become so obvious. Ani said we're gonna set up another interview. If you know who Ani Osaru is, he's been on the show a couple times, and he breaks down the gematria really well. Okay, and he made the dots right away. You know, yeah. Got to check the pedigree of the person in your space, vet them to be mindful who you breed with. A guy could lose everything because of a woman on. Thank you for saying that, Bobby. Thank you. You know what I mean? I never, ever wanted a bunch of children. Quite frankly, I don't like kids. I only like my kids and my grandkids, you know, my grandchildren. But on a serious note, I never wanted a whole bunch of children. I never wanted that. I never wanted a multiple baby mamas. Okay. My two children are by my wife, and we still married to this day. Y'all know the situation already, you know. But there's some family members I have. Of course, I'm not going to name them, but they have multiple baby mamas. I never wanted that for myself. You know what I mean? You really got to be careful who you breed with. One of my brothers is going through hell with his baby mama, or one of his baby mamas. He's going through hell. I'm not going to get into the details, but he is going through hell, and it's been years. You know, if I was to tell you the details, you'd be like, damn, wow. Anyway, I've seen parents sold their children's life to black lodges for wealth. Yeah, it happens. All this traffic. That's why I'm always stressing. Keep your children close. Know where they're at all times. Shout out to our princess. The way she's raising our grandchildren. She's doing an excellent job. You know what I mean? Brain power, though. Okay? Discernment. All right? Besides herbs, because I'm finding that a lot of people can't get some of the herbs that I suggest. Like, here's a great one. It's not specifically like brain power, but it's a dream herb called Callia zacatechichi. You heard me. Callia zacatechichi. It's a dream herb. It's a Mexican dream herb. Okay. This will have your dreams off the hook. All right. Why am I suggesting dreams? Because you learn a lot. Those are your lessons. Those are your lessons. You got to pay attention to them. Very rarely do they mean, literal things to what happened in the dream. They're usually some kind of subliminal message there. They usually mean something else. Don't take your dreams literally. Okay? Most of them, I should say. All right. You'd be surprised at how a lot of the information that have come to me through my dreams. Okay? Callia zacatechichi. You have this one also. It looks like cocaine, but it's not. This is called Synaptolepis kirki. Okay. Again, it's from somewhere else. This from South Africa. All right. Binaural beats, make that your number one. If you're trying to increase your brain power, of course, you can summon specific demons or spirits to increase your brain power. Here's one of the supplements I was talking about, B6. I've gone over this before. I'm going to go over it again. I think this is really, really important. Okay. B6. Speaking of dreams, what's up, Sora's Witch? What's up? That's my partner right there. Sora's Witch. How you doing? How's New York right now? I'm talking about increasing your brain power. All right. And some of the supplements. So far, I've talked about the Mexican dream herb. Get in your dreams. Participate in your dreams. Okay. You travel when you dream. Your body's not just at rest. These are sometimes actually things that are happening in other realms. Okay. Synaptolepis kirky from South Africa. Check eBay. All right. But you got, herbs. B6 is a mug. It's a neurotransmitter. Take this a couple hours before you go to sleep. You know what I mean? And with this Sora's Witch, I knew she was going to come with something. B12. I take a B complex, vitamin B complex. So it's B1, 2, I think 3, 6, 12, I believe 11. A bunch of the B vitamins. But B12, just like she said. The chi-chi and the mugwort just do not do it for me. Oh, really? I took mugwort for a whole summer. Was dreaming of a pencil and eraser. Feel like my dreams aren't as prophetic or revealing. I guarantee this is what they use it for. That's what they use this one for. Connect with your ancestors. Prophecies. This is what they do. This one, this specific one. Synaptolepis kirky. I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm going to get B2's good looking. That's what's up. Sanskrit is good for the... Yes, it is. Thanks for the assist. Legacy Sigma. Sanskrit. Good for the brain. Okay. B12 will have you lucid every day. Get up on it. Or like I said, you can get a B complex. The only thing, and now you shouldn't freak out about this, B complex will have your urine like really a gold color. Don't freak out though. That's normal. Caffeine can act as an anti-vitamin that makes for lighter sleep and thusly useful in dream recall. I know somebody who actually drinks coffee for that reason. It might have been Azazel Bay. I'm not sure. But yes, agreed. Now that Kirky, yes, sir. Yes, sir. The mugwort don't give prophecy. You have to study it to dream it. I'm not big on mugwort, to be quite honest. All right. But Blue Lotus, while we're on the subject, Blue Lotus can also help. Do not forget magnesium. This is the magnesium I take every day. Every day. I have it in liquid form as well. Remember, when it's in the liquid form, your body absorbs it better. Okay? Magnesium. If you refer back to when I had Dr. Aline Bay on here, he verified magnesium is responsible for over 600 biochemical processes in the body. All right. With fat Americans' diet, you don't get enough magnesium. This is something we are sorely lacking in our communities. Magnesium. Okay. It can help prevent heart attacks and stroke at night. And of course, it helps with the brain. You know what I mean? Brain health. This is what we're talking about today. Brain health. Okay. Magnesium threonate. I I rotate, okay, magnesium threonate, okay, between glycinate and threonate. Those are the ones I use. But I guarantee this one will have you lucid dreaming, okay? When you have it in pill form, you take it 3 times. You take 3 pills about an hour before you go to sleep. It's going to help you sleep really good, okay? Brain power. It's the key to your magic. It really is. All right? Not just faith. How you think about it. Like I said, you can listen to Bobby Hemmett all day, Azazel Bay, myself, Phil Valentine, Dr. Ben, Khalid Muhammad. You can listen to them all day long. You can hear them. But are you actually understanding it? Do you understand what they're saying? Can you grasp the concepts? Okay. This is why I always say that only a certain type of person actually understands what Azazel Baby talking about. All right. Make sense? Gold color. Interesting. Oh, yes. Magnesium, good for brain power. Okay. There is if you are on my Patreon, if you're a patron, I'm going to put it in Patreon. I'm going to put advanced lucid dreaming in there. This is why I got hip. This is how I got hipped to lucid dreaming. Okay. The supplements. This doctor, USAC, he made this fascinating ass book, bomb ass book, and then he disappeared. It's called Lucid Dreaming, The Power of Supplements. Here's another unknown one that I got it from that book. It's called Alpha GPC. Okay. This is a choline salt. CH. CHLONLINE. I'm going to tell y'all about something, can't spell the shit. Iodine. Yes, iodine. I think Bobby Hemmett gave that one out. Appreciate you, Swords. You know you're my nigga. Mixing the right combination of herbs can take you around the galaxy. Absolutely. Can you imagine taking some of these supplements, and then meditating and then going to sleep? For instance, take some whatever. Take a sup. Dreamer. And then what you do, meditate on a particular sigil, like so. Okay. Like so. Okay. It matters. It absolutely matters what condition your brain is in. It absolutely matters. Okay. One of the supplements that I take every single day is called DMAE. Hopefully I got it. I didn't. God damn it. I got 2 of the B6s. DMAE. That's one I take every single day. Learning and memory are 2 different things. Absolutely. The evolution and development, the green stuff, grass dragon. All right. But check out what Legacy Sigma said. Blue-green algae. Dope. Ginkgo biloba helps enhance brain activity. The omega-3 may aid in preventing cognitive decline with age. Learning something new and challenging can add creases in the brain and thusly strengthen it. Absolutely. The brain, think of the brain as a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. All right. I take this at least once a week. You know what this is? This is Chinese moss, and it's been used for thousands of years over there in Asia. Okay. Chinese moss. This will absolutely have you lucid dreaming, flying all over the place. I switch off between DMAE and huperzine A, but I'll only use this like I use the DMAE. I take that every day. I take it twice a day. But when I take this, I take it twice. Once in the morning, once in the evening with dinner. All right. This will absolutely have you lucid dreaming. Galantamine. Have you heard of this? Galantamine. All right. How many times have you actually, heard one of the master teachers and didn't quite get what they're saying? Ginkgo is also good for the libido. Absolutely. As is this. Black maca. Sexual health. Okay. Black maca. It's like zinc, gentlemen. Seems like there's more men in here than anything. Gentlemen, zinc increases the amount of semen. More semen is a good thing, right? Helps you with your testosterone. Father time is undefeated. All right? It's going to happen where your testosterone decreases. We all age. All right? I did a couple lives about that one. Okay. Here's another dream root. African dream root. And Tada Reedy. It's probably no good by now, to be honest. I don't think I use this that much. But you'd be surprised what you can find on eBay. Okay? eBay. What is this? They left you the tools and the researches to help you with everything you need. Everything you need is on the earth. Okay? It grows. It's the mushrooms. I stay stocked with it. I've made tinctures with it. It is a healer. It is a teacher. Okay? Amanita muscaria. I believe they were trying to ban this. Sleeping in the dark. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree, Bobby. Omega-3 is very important. Fish oil. Peace, mermaid. How are you? Chinese moss. Okay, that's a new one. Chinese moss. I'm telling you, it works. It totally works. They give this to Alzheimer patients. Did you know that? I'm sure you didn't, but a lot of people don't know that. This is what they give to help them with their memory. All right. I've always said that the body has everything it needs to regenerate and recover itself. Okay? Everything. That's why all this shit was left here. Lotus leaf good for lucid dreaming also. You'd be surprised. Again, tell them Source Witch. Tell them. You'd be surprised what you can learn astrally. The Egyptians, they developed systems of magic. Well, I'm sorry, techniques in which you could use your light body is what they call it. Your light body. Traveling. Okay? traveling, astral traveling. Dream recall on a more consistent basis can lead to the practice of, how do you say that? Romancy, which is the foretelling of the future through dreams. Dreaming can happen in hyperspace where time is simultaneous. Man, look, it's why I often recommend and strongly suggest certain movies. They're important. They're telling you stuff. I know y'all, I'm going to wear that one out, but I know you heard they put everything in movies. Here's a post that I made 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago. Okay. Here's this post. I want you to read along with me. The things they'll put in movies, you can see that? Can y'all see that? Okay. The things they are putting in movies these days continue to amaze me, but I guess it's because the majority of you are not paying attention. This is when I was still interested in educating the masses. No longer these days. It's all about resetting and manipulation of timelines and multiverses. In episode 2 of Loki, he explained that no matter what you do, some things are going to happen because it already has and nothing can be done about it. And they show a lot of Nazi symbolism, and weren't they heavily into the occult? Why, yes. Yes, they were. Also in Loki, it was explained that whenever someone does something they are not supposed to, it creates a new timeline. These people are called variants. Interesting, because this bug for the last year, and y'all know what it was already, has also been called that, and hasn't it completely changed the people's way of living? In Source Code, this is a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal. They showed how they can go to a past event to try to determine a future one, although you cannot change the outcome of said future. At the end, a new timeline was created where he walked off with the girl and she was now alive, aka a new timeline. Both Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio, as well as The Matrix, had an architect to design the construction of a simulation. Same thing in one of the episodes of Rick and Morty. Check out the Vat Acid episode of Rick and Morty. Check that one out. Hippolyta in Lovecraft Country was jumping timelines in episode 7. In Deja Vu, which I was just watching last night, Denzel Washington's character refused to let a woman die because he fell in love with her and wanted to save her, Paula Patton. So he manipulated one of the timelines by going back in time and doing something he was not supposed to do. In The Matrix, the architect told Neo that Trinity was going to die and there was absolutely nothing he could do about it. He also said it was going to be the 7th time they would be destroying Zion, and they were increasingly getting better at it. Are y'all paying attention yet? These are not just movies. These are cliff notes. Okay. This movie was dope. If you've never seen Deja Vu, I'm sure most of y'all have, but Deja Vu is a dope ass movie. Just the concept of Deja Vu fascinates the shit out of me personally, because Denzel figured out that what they were telling him. He was like, what is this thing? Is this woman alive? Watch Deja Vu, y'all. But in order to grasp the concept, how healthy is your brain? Is your pineal gland, which sits right here, is it decalcified? That matters. It absolutely matters. This is why they tried to destroy it. Keep it calcified. It matters. Your brain matters. Are you going to put these herbs in the Patreon? How? I'm not being funny. I'm going to put the book, Advanced Lucid Dreaming. I'm going to grab that book, Legacy Sigma. Please grab it. I'm going to put it in here after I get off here. It's certain things. My kitchen is like a laboratory. I can imagine what your kitchen is like, Swords. That's what's up. She take omega every day. I was just working with Durga yesterday and was thinking of more lucid dreaming herbs. Okay. Get the B12 until it's so good. Yes, it is. Okay. But like I said, I take a B complex. So it has at least 6 or 7 B vitamins in there. But I'm going to do that separately and do an experiment. Just because you said so, Swords. There was a lucid dreaming movie where the dude got stuck in the astral realm. Forgot what the, nothing terrifies me more than leaving this earth and having to be stuck in the astral realm for years. You ever heard of people helping people cross over? This is what they're talking about. Okay, so that's why Sandman's name was Honoros. Forgot to look that up. I still have not seen that one. I'm gonna get the B12 and 6 and that. It's galatamine. Galatamine. Put this up. It's spelled with a G. Sell it on Amazon. I've been in the astral and forgot I was sleeping. I thought I was damn. Okay. All right. Love that cartoon. Yes, Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty, the Vat Acid episode. Please check it out. It's 20 minutes, if that. Maybe 23 minutes. Got to account for commercials. But the Vat Acid. I don't even want to spoil it for you. Just watch that episode. Not using perm help. Wow. Say it again. Sora's Witch says not using perm helps too, ladies. Wasn't it Bobby Hemming who said that they always doing studies of us, but on black women in particular, they peel back the brain. There was a green gel there. It's from perms. Tamarind for the pineal. Also, selenium, L-lysine. Those two. Also, for the pineal gland. Okay? The names of them. On my bag. No worries. I mean, shit. Viewing a video with sublimations through symbolism, repetition, and secondary trauma by viewing something intense can go to the subconscious and can influence a viewer's parcel of reality. A Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick, who made The Shining, who also made Eyes Wide Shut. Stanley Kubrick. And it shows you how they programmed their subconscious to make them commit murders and other crimes. Okay? Stranger Things. You know what I'm saying? Stranger Things. And by setting up mass viewing, following this logic can have an influence on the collective species mind pattern. Yes, indeed. Species mind pattern. Okay? Low-key one for the pineal that's very potent but hard to find is blue fish skate oil to decalcify the pineal. Never heard of that one. But I'm going to look for this one. Blue fish skate oil. Never heard of that one. Thanks for the assist. Watch A Clockwork Orange on as hell of a night. Ha! Wow. Yes. Yes, indeed. This, I am considering putting this particular video on Patreon. Now I got to watch what I put on Patreon, which is some bullshit. I hate that, but until I get my own platform, I got to use theirs. But check this out.
What they did to our genome and our species was considered a sin against the universe. In reality, we are all direct descendants of the Anunnaki. Every human being today has reptilian DNA. The only difference between the elite and the rest of humanity is that the elite are descendants of humans who physically bred with the reptilian race and have been interbreeding for so long. They have preserved more reptilian DNA in their genome. Throughout history, humanity has been subject to the rule and tyranny of the few rich. In the past, these rulers were known as the emperors, Caesars, kings, and pharaohs. They were the monarchs, those who were in control in our past. They were the elite, who had taken advantage of humanity in the past. All of these families who ruled over our ancestors had always claimed they had the divine right to rule over humanity.
Divine
they
right.
were direct descendants of the gods, those who engineered humans. Today we would consider them a part of the old world order, but this is extremely misleading. Those who are in charge of today's major industries and corporations are direct descendants of the old rulers, the elite of the old world order, and are today's elite. There is nothing new about this new world order in control today, which is trying to strip us of our right. They have done an amazing job at convincing humanity that we are free, that we have a choice. They created a system of government and social organization they completely control and dictate with their monetary system. It is not our politicians who are in charge, but the elite who put them in charge. The television is a special tool used by the elite to send a message to the public. Everything a politician or a news anchor says is only said if they are allowed to say it. Politicians, news anchors, and Hollywood actors have one thing in common. They are all actors reading a script, being used to influence and distract the public from what's really going on. They are nothing but puppets, masks, actors for the elite. The only job of a politician is to read a script and sign papers to satisfy the public. He has no real power. Here you will see Stephen Harper read from the same script as Australian Prime Minister John Howard. It is about the Iraq War, which was part of an agenda. The agenda was neither left nor right, nor did it play favorites amongst nations. These speeches were written and agreed upon by the globalist controllers, part of the cabal, and then handed to the prime ministers.
All right, let's stop it there. Okay. Potent, very important information. This is less than an hour long. You know, like I said, they still haven't given me a reason or told me specifically what violated their community standards on Patreon as far as Azazel's comic book. Still haven't heard a word. I really didn't expect to. You can feel that blue fish skate oil one, but it has to be the blue fish, not the skate oil. I'm going to look for that one, Legacy Signal. I am. There is documented story of a medieval astrologer changes one of the Pope's destiny by altering the heavens by recreating the events in the stars in a room because he was fated to die and he lived. Okay. When you get the name of that, I would love to know the name of that. I would love to see that. How many politicians been actors? Now expand that to all of them. The problem is people don't believe it. You know what I mean? If you have a calcified pineal gland and you just literally stuck on stupid, you're not going to see past certain stuff. You're not going to believe anything that I or anyone else says. The mind control is strong as shit. And besides, people, their brains are not healthy. Let's put it that way. The oldest layer of the brain is called the reptilian brain. Exactly. It is composed of the brainstem, medulla pons cerebellum, the midbrain, globus pallidus, and olfactory bulbs. I looked that up right quick. Okay. Who else been saying that? Azazel Bey has said it. Not sure how much stock y'all put into David Icke. He has said this. Can you email them? I did that. I'm waiting. I am absolutely waiting. I want to know what in his comic book could have possibly violated their community standards. Fate and Destiny by Timelines. If you have not seen Loki, I highly suggest Loki. They were looking for a variant who was hiding in major catastrophes. Let me see if I can explain this. He was hiding in events that had already happened. He was hiding in those events. Like if a major flood had happened and wiped out humanity, moments before that happened, he was there. I'm explaining it wrong. And now it don't even sound right to me. But he was hiding in major catastrophic events. They were looking for him, and that's where he was hiding, because who's going to go to something that is wiped off the entire earth? You know what I mean? This is what he's doing. This is in season 1 of Loki. Okay. In Deja Vu, he asked them, is this woman alive? And the way they were explaining, like the past has already happened. There's nothing you can do to change it, but you can view it. Okay? You can view it. This proves the alternate timelines in the multiverses theories. See what I'm saying? There's a lecture they did on it, how it cleanses the pineal. If I can, yes, please send that to me. Yes, yeah, exactly. Reptilian brain. You like David Icke? I fucks with him. David Icke's books first told me too, me as well. Multiverse timeline. Yep. Check out the animated cartoon called, I've been checked that one out. Whoever they write down will manifest, and there's a demon that appears after you write it down to help you manifest it. The demon is called, I forget. It's a word. I forget the word. Watch, I remember right after I get off this live. Watch. Far as I remember, Azariah wrote or said the reptilian brain, the brain split. Yes. The brain split into 2 hemispheres, and humans split it into 2 genders where methods. Yes, exactly. Bobby, you are on it. You are definitely on it. Let's see. I'm going to open it up real quick. Let's see if I can find it. Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to see if I can find it real quick. He says it in his book also, The Philadelphia Experiment. What do you think that was about? But the problem is, and somebody asked me, could you do it magically? Go back in time. I said you can send your astral body back to view the event, but you can't change anything. To actually send your physical body to a past event requires an entire immense amount of energy to do that. Check out Deja Vu. The blackout of like city blocks. You know what I mean? It takes a whole lot of energy to do that. Who else has that kind of money and technology to do that? The so-called elite. Check out Fringe. Okay? Fringe. Here we go. I found it. I found it quick too. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. From his comic book. Many aliens walk among us every day and are hideous and malevolent to humans. As above, so below is what the wisdom of the ancestors taught, but most hate their ancestors and refrain from that principle by calling the earth flat, when there is nothing on earth that is flat, since this is 3-density reality. Anyway, the omniverse moves to expand. That means that as it expands, that which has already been manifested appears to get smaller. The cosmos gets bigger and smaller at the same time. If we use the electronic microscope, we can then visit whatever kind of life is in the cosmos, as above, so below. Much of the microscopic world is a world filled with bad energy for parasitic aliens, most of which feed on your flesh. You're at the center of the food chain. Here's my rendition of one of these aliens that seek to devour you. They also call negative thought patterns because they are masters of mind control. You know what I mean? The microscopic omniverse. Then he says here, I went over this before, but let's go over it again. Since you were originally a light being, you were able to visit any planet or moon in any system. Originally a light being, you could actually vacation on any of the 79 moons that Jupiter has. See the series Watchmen. Dr. Manhattan was doing that. But with physical bodies, you are trapped on Earth inside your DNA, mind power, which creates your physical structure. Those who thoughts are earthbound will miss the parole board and re-enter the Earth plane again. If you look at the model of what we call DNA, it has bars representing protein bases that are a prison. Those bars are the contributions of the 12 or more alien races that trapped you into physical reality. Okay? What we were talking about. We live in the past. You see this right here? We live in the past because when you see something, it takes 80 milliseconds for the brain to process that information depending on how far away it is. When you touch your toes, nerve impulses travel through our body at the speed of around 250 miles per hour. The touch has already happened and you get it later. Okay? But what was we talking about? Men and women. What was, I think, who said that? Bobby? Did Bobby say that? Or Legacy Sigma? One of y'all said it. That was that. Okay. The reptilian brain, human split into two genders. Right. It's right here. This is what we're talking about. Right here. Men and women were natural enemies until the reptilians grafted sexual organs onto the two species. Ever heard the term? Women are for Venus, men are for Mars. The reptilians needed more slaves for mining of Earth, so they genetically changed the structure of the DNA, but they made sure that the core of you, who you are, remains, drum roll please, reptilian. The brain has within the reptilian brain a center that reaches down through the medulla oblongata. Some people are picked to have the brain stem scarred to create a super intelligent mind control sleeper, like child actors. The average human has about 10% reptilian DNA, but they are humans with a 50% split. They are the 13 bloodlines, and for this reason, they are termed so. Men and women can be compatibles, but they also go be combatibles. Females, alien, ruled more planets in the Orion system. Men, predators, ruled one planet in that system, but ruled other planets outside that system. Females, alien, created black holes as weapons of mass destruction. Damn, y'all. The predators created comets and meteorites as weapons. All right. And then he goes on. Okay. Too much to share. All right. Grab that when you can. Do you have that Watchers book brought to get this Netflix? Yes, I do have it. I do have it. I can put it in Patreon. In Death Note, they were Shinigami. That's the word I was looking for. The gods of death. His name was real. Thanks for the assist. Ultra Instinct. Yes. Azariah also mentioned, and I'm paraphrasing, that reproduction's original after the split into two genders was to replicate more slaves. Yes, that's why I have avoided saying that. I've avoided saying that, but since we're talking about it, indeed. A human resource to mine precious metals, aka gold. I've been to 1988, but it was not planned. The person I was with was in that specific year. I saw his calendar on his refrigerator. Traveling inside your light being, your light body. I'm sorry. What's up, brother Konami? What's the deal? Earthbound also can be addictions. Being addicted to stuff can get you earthbound after death. Yes, you only have one life to live. Live it. Learn your lessons and move the fuck on. Like I said, I am trying not to come back here. Like, who the hell want to come back to this ghetto ass planet? Not I, said the cat. This is just gonna. I know I cut this shit off. Indeed. Avudon Boko explained how he traveled back in time using Solomonic spiritual tech. I can't validate it though, but it was very interesting talk. There's a lot of secrets out there. Montauk Project. Yes, that's a very interesting and important lecture that Azazel Bay and Brother Dawood called the Montauk Project. All right. Very interesting. Okay. Like I've said and explained before, you can use Magick in that way. You can go back and view events. You can't change. I was trying so desperately hard to explain this to a former client of mine. She said because this event wrecked her life, she wanted to go back. And I was like, look, I'll be lying to you. And all I would be doing is taking your money to say that I can send you physically back into the past. All right. I know of not a single magician able to do that. Okay. But I know this government, GUBMENT, has the technology to do shit like that. Okay. Look at Fringe, the series Fringe. Okay. And that's going to be it for today, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. I could go on for hours about this particular subject because it fascinates me that much. All right. I'm a nerd like that. I love so-called science fiction, which is actually just, it's not fiction at all. It's real shit that they designate science fiction. Okay. Exactly. Have to graduate beyond reincarnation, no matter how many lifetimes it may take. Right. Never give up. Why would an advanced being that had advanced technology need weak body humans to mine for gold? I don't remember this name. Matrix 2030 Morpheus. Slaves. But I appreciate y'all. Appreciate the questions. The images in Azariah can be pathwork. There's spiritual influence in it. Yes, indeed. Great session. I really do appreciate that, Chikezi. I suppose it's something like how the rich will exactly slaves rather than do the work themselves. Slaves. I'm gonna write these new herbs down. Okay. Thanks. About to watch the replay. Thanks again. I will see y'all next time, probably Tuesday. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great weekend. I am the one and only, the only one, Magick LaCroix. As I greet you, as I always do, namaste. Learn your lessons and get the fuck up out of here. Peace, y'all. Why not create robot? Okay. Namaste. Peace. All right, I'm out of here.